what I love about the gratitude journal that I teach is like literally pen and paper. I bought this notebook for like 50 cents. And honestly, it works no matter what kind of journal, pen, paper, concoction you want to use, it works. Hey, it's Abbi J, and today I'm sharing with you my tips on how to keep a gratitude journal, because believe it or not, I think there's a right way and a wrong way to do a gratitude journal. Right way, wrong way to do gratitude, probably not, but a gratitude journal, yes. So I'm going to share with you my 4 tips on how to keep a gratitude journal and how to make it a part of your daily life and the benefits of a gratitude journal, because I've been doing this now for months and it has changed my life. And I mean that sincerely, because I finally got on the boat of a gratitude journal. And so I'm going to share with you my best tips. Okay, so tip number 1 with a gratitude journal is to get a journal that you actually care about. Now, the reason I say this, and believe me, it does not have to be expensive. Like this journal that I picked up at the store, cost me 50 cents, maybe $1. But I did sit down and take the time and say do I want a blue one? Do I want a pink one? Do I want a green one? And I actually tried to find one that was really pretty. I'm into pretty journals and I couldn't, but I found a journal that I liked. I liked that it was a 3-ring binder. I liked that it could fold all the way around. I want you to take the time to find a notebook that you can dedicate to being your gratitude journal and make it something that you like. I don't want you to get a journal or just to find one and you're like, oh, I hate that it doesn't open, or I hate how small the pages are. I hate how big the pages are. I hate that the pages are pink and flowers, right? I want you to find a journal regardless of if it costs you $0.25 or 50 cents like mine, or if you go and actually spend $20 on a gorgeous leather bound journal. I want you to find one that you care about, one that you like, one that you will commit to writing in, and one that you can visually recognize, oh, that's my gratitude journal. Because it does make a difference. It really does. If you're writing on sticky notes every day, or if you're oh, I'm just gonna, take some loose papers and write on them, it's not gonna work. The beauty of a gratitude journal is that you can look back on everything that you've been grateful for and be reminded of all the wonderful things in your life. Okay, so my second tip on keeping a gratitude journal is to hook it onto your morning or hook it onto your night. I have found, and I've talked to a lot of women about this too, that if you just try to I don't know, be casual about it and say I'm gonna write in it sometime today, it's not gonna happen. So I want you to make an appointment with yourself that you're either gonna write in it every morning, first thing, which is what I do, and I love that. I get out of bed, I write in my gratitude journal, or I work out and then I write in my gratitude journal, and it just works for me. Or I want you to write in it at night and say, before I go to bed, before I read my scriptures, before I do X, Y, and Z and brush my teeth, I write in my gratitude journal. This is part of forming what is called a habit hook. When you already have a habit of okay, every night at 9 o'clock I start my bedtime routine, and it consists of washing my face, brushing my teeth, and then I'd go to bed, right? You slip in there, you hook onto that habit. I write in my gratitude journal and then I brush my teeth, right? Or I brush my teeth and then I write in my gratitude journal. Or what I said, when I wake up, I work out, I'll go into the office, I'll look at everything I planned for the day, and then I write in my gratitude journal, because it just becomes a habit hook. And so I want you to do that and set an appointment for yourself, or else you're just going to miss it entirely. And what's the point if it's not something that you're going to do every single day? Okay, my third tip for writing in your gratitude journal is that when you go down to write an entry, not only put the day that you're writing, but I want you to focus on something that happened to you and that you're grateful for in the last 24 hours. If you are talking about something very generalized, something that didn't happen in the last 24 hours, we run the risk of just talking about things that are wonderful and awesome and that we're grateful for all the time. I want you to focus specifically on the last 24 hours. And so why this is important, why I think it's really important to write a date, is because it starts to make every entry of your journal very personalized and very specific. Because that's what's so fun about a journal. When you look back at your regular journal, what's awesome is that you wrote about crazy things that happened to you that day, or you get to see a glimpse of your life of when you were in elementary school, right? And you've forgotten. If you were to just write generalized things about your life, those are the things that you're going to remember. This is the things that happen to us in 24 hours that we forget. So that's the period of time I want you to focus on. And the last tip on writing a gratitude journal is I don't want you to focus on big things. I actually want you to avoid writing big things in your journal. So in the past, when I've started a gratitude journal, I have been queen of saying like, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my house, I'm grateful for sunshine, and I'm grateful that I have a car. Awesome things. You should be grateful for these things. I hope that you are. But if I focus on big things, I'm going to run out of big things. You're going to run out of big things. Because if you're grateful for your marriage or your relationships or your best friend or your mom and dad, what are you going to write about tomorrow? Like, you might have a month's worth of like big things to write about, and then you're going to forget things. So this tip has like revolutionized my gratitude journal, because instead of writing big things, I write little things, such as I'm grateful that today when I got out of bed, I actually wanted to get out of bed. And when I went and I worked out, I felt so good, right? And it's been a long time since I felt like I could do this, right? Or what I wrote in my gratitude journal yesterday was I was with my little boy and he just smiled at me and he just cooed at me for like a good 10 minutes. And that's like not like him. He's a smiley baby, but not for like 10 minutes. And so I wrote that down in my journal, that I loved having that moment with him where I just knew he was so happy. These are the moments that are so vitally important to write down in your gratitude journal. And why this is so important, why this is like the catalyst tip of all the other tips, is because when you're focusing on little 24-hour moments that happen to you, you look for the good in every day. And that is the power of a gratitude journal, is that since I've actually started to write in it consistently and to focus on things that are tiny and have happened within 24 hours, I look for the good and the things that I'm grateful for in every single day, because I'm just waiting for like, oh yes, I'm going to put that in my journal tomorrow, or I'm going to put that in my journal today. And you will see that happening for you. So I hope that this video helps you out. I hope that I can convert any of my girls out there that used to be like me, where I was like, oh yeah, if I remember, I'll write down like what I'm grateful for in my regular journal, you know. No, I hope I'm converting you to getting a notebook, getting a gorgeous journal, getting something that you'll write in consistently, and practicing this art of gratitude, because it really has changed my life, and it's changed how I've looked at the little moments in my life. So that's my challenge for you, and I want this for you. I want you to feel more grateful and to feel more joy in your life. So try this out. Test me on this one, girl. So give me a thumbs up if you agree on this video, and also leave for me down below some things that you're grateful for. I honestly want to hear about it, and I will leave for you a comment today when I post this video, something I'm grateful for too. So can't wait to read all those comments, girl, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Abbi J out.